An excerpt from New Seeds of Contemplation by Thomas Merton, priest. The full stature of man is to be found in spirit, or pneuma. Man is not fully man until he is one spirit with God. Man is spirit when he is at once anima, animus, and spiritus. But these three are not numerically distinct. They are one. And when they are perfectly ordered in unity, while retaining their own rightful qualities, then man is reconstituted in the image of the Holy Trinity. The spiritual life is then the perfectly balanced life in which the body with its passions and instincts, the mind with its reasoning and its obedience to principle, and the spirit with its passive illumination by the light and love of God form one complete man who is in God and with God and from God and for God. One man in whom God is all in all. One man in whom God carries out his own will without obstacle. It can easily be seen that a purely emotional worship, a life of instinct, an orgiastic religion is no spiritual life, but also a merely rational life, a life of conscious thought and rationally directed activity is not a fully spiritual life. In particular, it is a characteristic modern error to reduce man's spirituality to mere mentality and to confine the whole spiritual life purely and simply in the reasoning mind. Then the spiritual life is reduced to a matter of thinking, of verbalizing, rationalizing, etc. But such a life is truncated and incomplete. The true spiritual life is a life neither of Dionysian orgy nor of Apollonian clarity. It transcends both. It is a life of wisdom, a life of sophianic love. In Sophia, the highest wisdom principle, all the greatness and majesty of the unknown that is in God, and all that is rich and maternal in his creation, are united inseparably as paternal and maternal principles. The uncreated Father and created Mother wisdom. Faith is what opens to us this higher realm of unity, of strength, of light, of sophianic love, where there is no longer the limited and fragmentary light provided by rational principles, but where the truth is one and undivided and takes all to itself in the wholeness of sapiencia, or Sophia. When St. Paul said that love was the fulfillment of the law, and that love had delivered man from the law, he meant that by the Spirit of Christ we were incorporated into Christ, himself the power and wisdom of God, so that Christ himself thenceforth became our own life and light and love and wisdom. Our full spiritual life is life in wisdom, life in Christ. The darkness of faith bears fruit in the light of wisdom.